about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they loved their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Able to fight through one tackle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks, and here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're on offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 2nd and 20. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson flushed out right. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Lance. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him. Complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Lance. So, CD, you talk about this football team, and some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward. But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Mike 9. Hey, we gotta get to 9. Mike over there. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. To throw, it's Lance. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
And Gold is able to put it through, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out, had to force the field goal.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shop.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Third and long, it's Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Touchdown, 49ers. That punt returns 69 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Rolling to his right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3 and out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
They go play action now. Wilson. That's complete. Okuegbunam. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Play action. It's Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Flush to his right, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Wilson. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Hey, look, here's a Mike 15, guys. Mike 15, all right? I got it. 15's the mic. 15's the mic. I got 15. Let's get it together.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Broncos 14, 49ers 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Ball comes back. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll try again, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Flushed out right.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Play action, now it's Lance.
Man open, that's Ray McLeod. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Here we go. Watch the eye. Deuce.
Yellow.
Following the fumble recovery, Lance escaping the pressure right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the interception, here's Wilson.
This pass caught by Hamler.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he comes back with one complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Wilson will throw again.
A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 39. And McManus able to put it through. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
We play to win.
So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground? And now the rookie's free. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one. And this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Now it's Wilson.
Open man Hamler, that's complete.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. And the defense bit hard there. They were thinking run all the way, play fake, working to perfection on 4th down.
And it was able to work because of the down and distance situation. 4th and short, you've got to respect the run. You show a little play action. Oftentimes you find people open for what you need, and that's exactly what they got done there.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Lance. The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now McManus on to kick this one off.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Like 15. Hey, green. Let's go. Right,
On 2nd down, here's Lance.
Flushed out right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Check hot route. Hot, hot. Shoot.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Here we go. Black 40.
I got 15.
Hey, watch your right 60.
Check safety. Tighten up. Check.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
On play action, Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off with great anticipation.
And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Lance. Buying time to his left. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Room here to run. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there for the Niners. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
They find some open field here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
146 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Watch the screen. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll try to run this one in. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the 49ers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now, the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
This will be caught. Judy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long. When they throw the football, they're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Denver, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.